Hi everyone, I'm Kate Goldhouse, a wellness coach, certified nutritionist, and writer. And in this week, I want to talk to you guys about typology, personality typology. So this is something I've been fascinated with for several years now, and because it's all about why people do what they do and what makes people tick, and that has always fascinated me. That's why I became a coach, in fact, because I want to help people understand themselves and be the best version of themselves. So this is something I have started incorporating a lot into my coaching practice because it is a framework for understanding yourself, and it helps me also present information and work with you in a way that's really effective. But more importantly, it helps you understand you and what your strengths are and why you do what you do. So, and because I'm making these videos to be helpful, and I think this is incredibly helpful, I figured I should start talking about it here. So, I will say that my clients and the people I talk to have found learning their types to be really beneficial for one of two reasons. One is because they realize that they aren't alone, that there are other people out there who think the way that they do, who see the world that they do, that they're not necessarily so crazy. And other people, for me this was big, learning that not everyone sees the world the way they do, and not everyone has the same strengths. I remember when I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time being frustrated that people didn't, if something was easy for me and someone else, for example, to be specific, it's really easy for me to understand other people's emotions, and so it makes it easy for me to respond accordingly. And so when other people would respond awkwardly or didn't respond at all, I'd be really offended because it felt like it was on purpose. But learning about specifically my MBTI type in this case, that I actually have a knack for reading other people and that not everybody has that knack, I was like, oh, well, they're not intentionally being socially awkward, or they're not intentionally being negligent, and that was really huge for me. And also it helped me realize that, like I was saying, not everyone sees the world the same way that you do or has the same strengths as you, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they are deficient or that something is wrong with them. It just means that they are a different human being and that they have a different skill set that you don't have, and that there is something to gain from that difference, from learning from them. So it has been incredibly helpful, and I think you guys are gonna like this addition of topics to my videos. I feel like before I dig in, which I will start doing in my next video, because of time constraints, I feel like I have to provide this disclaimer about learning typology. And I have found that a lot of people, when I introduce this topic to them, they get really resistant, and they will, say one of 3 or 4 things, which is, sometimes I'm this and sometimes I'm that, I change. Or they'll say, well, I used to be this way, but now I'm this way. Or in this area of my life, I'm this type, but then I'm, and it's all about this fear of being labeled and boxed in. And that so misses the point, because the point is not to attach yourself to some label. It's to have an avenue for understanding yourself and understanding others and understanding those differences. So, and then on the other end of the spectrum, in terms of getting attached, there are people who are so attached to their type, and they have type pride, which is, it's just also, it just completely misses the point. The point is to be a better human being and to understand people and appreciate them and be compassionate towards them and towards yourself. And so I just wanted to caution people against the fear of being labeled, and then this type pride thing that I sometimes see, which is so silly. So yeah, I'm really excited to start talking about this with you guys, and Again, this is something I do in my coaching practice, so if you're interested in working with me, please get in touch. All my information can be found at kategoldhouse.com. Okay, thanks guys, bye.